Hi guys, good morning. So let's go over the trade that we set up yesterday. It was on Bitcoin. I had my entry around this level. The stop loss was at 91k, and uh, on the chart you can see it actually tapped my entry, but on the exchange that I'm in, it didn't trigger. So I'm not in this trade right now, but it's looking good, I guess. I mean, we have broken this retracement uptrend and we are forming this very tight consolidation here, which looks a little bit like a bear flag because you can clearly draw this kind of line here. You know, it's trying to go up, but it's being rejected. So whenever there's this very tight consolidation area that is pointing upwards a little bit after a downtrend, it's likely to go down further, likely take out the low. So I am still expecting that. Of course, if we're very bullish, we can hold here and continue to go back up. But for now, I'm not going to take any trades. Just missed this one, and that's what it is. So we'll try look for a new trade. So let's have a look at the USDT dot dominance. Here we still see the same idea valid as yesterday. There's this rectangular downward trend, like a bull flag. So we saw some retracement here, but it's like the opposite of that other one that I just showed you. It's tightly going down while the previous trend was up. So I'm expecting this to go up and take at least the highs. So we're still good on downside for crypto, but it does look like on Bitcoin the entry is gone. Like I could wait for price to come back to here and then go down, but the longer it takes, the more risky it becomes. You know, I'd rather have had the entry yesterday. So I'm not doing that, but maybe there is an opportunity on a different coin that is somewhat more bullish and uh, could provide a nice entry. So on Ethereum, you know, I just like to point out the stop loss that I would use. So again, for the stop loss, I use the last high where potential stops are of the most people that are trading, and then the second one. So this usually the tops or the bottoms, right? So this top and this top, and then I would use my stop loss in between there. And then for the target, I go for the most easy target, that is the low. So in this case, it's looking something like this. So to get a decent RR, we may need to find an entry up here. So Ethereum may actually be a good trade because it still didn't really break the downtrend. Now yesterday I did say that altcoins are relatively performing better than Bitcoin, so Bitcoin is obviously the better trade. But we could see some stalling happening right now, especially since we, can't continue this momentum further. And it also looks like we took this top right here and we're stalling. So there's a possibility that Ethereum is going to test this low again later today. So that could be a very nice trade. Although the stop loss is very tight, just because the two highs are very close together. But it could work. So I'm keeping my eye on that one. Then Solana is also made a marginal higher high. and retracing a little bit. So if I would point out the tops, then it would look something like this. So this is a top, this is a top, and the stop loss would be here. Then the target would be maybe here, or even it could also be here. If we go up, then I would target that level, obviously, because that will be the first low on the 1 hour. And we need, for this target, we need our entry around here, and for this one, we need it around here. So I'm not sure which one I prefer actually. It does feel like Solana may make another marginal higher high and complete this sort of rising wedge. But yeah, I think it's possible, but it may take some while. It could actually take another day for that to complete. So yeah, I'm not sure about, so I'll have to take a look at it further and, you know, let it sink in a little bit before I make any decision. So any other altcoin that looks interesting? Well, XRP did a very decent move and has now been stalling. This consolidation looks to me a little bit bearish because we had this down move and now it's looking a little bit flat right here. So I'm kind of expecting it to go back to this level here. But like the stop is also a little bit risky, I think, because these are very close together. So then I would usually take the next level if it's too close, but it's also quite close. But it's possible to have your stop loss in the middle here and target this area here, for example. I usually just like to think in very binary scenarios and the odds of it happening. So if I were to assess a probability of price reaching this level or this level, then I would say that it's far more likely to reach this level, and that's what the edge is based on, basically. So that's it for this analysis. We'll see tomorrow how it plays out and potentially what I have done as well.